Phoebe Cates remains one of the most unforgettable faces of 1980s cinema, an actress whose presence defined an era without ever feeling forced or manufactured. At a time when Hollywood relied heavily on spectacle, she stood out through something far rarer: natural magnetism. Her performances weren't loud, exaggerated, or overproduced. They were effortless, grounded, and quietly captivating, which is precisely why they continue to resonate decades later. Rising to fame during a decade overflowing with iconic stars, Phoebe Cates carved out a space uniquely her own. She didn't need constant reinvention or controversy to stay relevant. Her appeal came from authenticity. Whether appearing in coming-of-age films or romantic dramas, she carried an emotional sincerity that audiences immediately connected with. She wasn't just seen, she was felt. The 1980s was a defining period for film culture, and Phoebe Cates became one of its most enduring symbols. Her screen presence blended innocence with confidence, vulnerability with strength. That balance made her performances memorable without overwhelming the story she was part of. She enhanced scenes rather than dominating them, a quality that separates icons from trends. What makes her legacy so compelling is how gracefully it has aged. While many stars from the era became tied to nostalgia alone, Phoebe Cates transcended that label. Her work continues to be revisited not just for retro appeal, but for genuine cinematic quality. Younger audiences discovering her films today don't see someone outdated, they see someone timeless. Her decision to step away from Hollywood at the height of her recognition only added to her mystique. In an industry driven by constant visibility, she chose privacy and balance. That choice preserved her image in a way relentless exposure never could. Instead of fading, her presence solidified. Phoebe Cates represents a version of stardom that feels increasingly rare. There was no need for spectacle beyond the screen. Her talent, beauty, and restraint spoke for themselves. She didn't chase relevance. Relevance followed her. Today, when people revisit her work, it's not just about appearance or nostalgia. It's about atmosphere. Her performances carry the warmth, emotion, and charm of a cinematic era that valued storytelling over excess. That's why her name still commands attention. Phoebe Cates isn't remembered because she was everywhere. She's remembered because she mattered. And that distinction is what keeps her legacy alive, quietly but powerfully, generation after generation.